All right, let's talk about slope. So SOL review for slope. Slope of the line. So here we really just got to concentrate on y equals mx plus b. What is the slope? Well, m, that's the one for movement. That stands for slope. B is the y-intercept. In this case, we're talking about slope. So we're looking at the m. And what is m? Where's m? M's located with the x. It is the coefficient. That is your slope. Slope is 4. All right, number 2. I'm going to show you 2 ways to do this problem. So I'm going to show you graphically and I'm going to show you algebraically. So algebraically, to find the slope, you have y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And I'm going to take both the points. It does not matter which one you choose to be the first coordinate. That's what the little 2's and the 1's mean. Those are just labeling the numbers, the letters. So I'm going to say the first coordinate that I hear is x sub 1 and y sub 1. And then x sub 2 and y sub 2. It does not matter. It just, all that matters is one of them is chosen, one of the coordinates is your first. That is really, oh my goodness. I got to erase this up here. That's ugly. y1. Okay, so one of them is your first coordinate and the other is your second coordinate. That's what the little 1's and 2's mean. It's just labeling the coordinates. So we do y2, negative 4, subtracting y1 over y2, subtracting x2 minus x1. I think I said that wrong. Negative 4 minus 2 is negative 6. Negative 1 minus 3 is negative 4. Negative 6 divided by negative 4, if you simplify that, you have 2 negatives is a positive, and 6 divided by 2 and 4 divided by 2, reducing that down, is 3 over 2. Cool. Now we're going to do this on Desmos. Kind of cool how you can do it on Desmos too. So let's do it. So on Desmos, we can actually plot these points. 3, so I'm just going to put in 3, comma 2. Oh my gosh, and there we go. And negative 1, negative 4. All right, now I need to, all I'm going to do is I'm going to count the spaces in between. So I'm going to follow these. I don't think I can actually draw on Desmos. I'm going to follow the little lines going straight up and then straight to the right. So I'm going to start with the red dot here. And I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6, I rose 6. And then I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. So 6 over 4. You could have also went down 6 from, so if I start at 3, 2, I can go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then left 1, 2, 3, 4. So down would be negative 6, and then left would be negative 4. It does not matter which way you do it, but you have 6 over 4, which reduces down to 3 over 2. All right, so the next one, what is the slope of the line that passes through your points? I'm going to do x1, y1, x2, y2. You should really be practicing these on Desmos also. So 0 minus 0 is 0. Don't get too caught up in that. That's okay. 0, you can take 0 and divide it up. It's 0, but you can do it. 0 divided by 5. Do it in your calculator. If you don't know if you can do it in your calculator. The one thing is you cannot divide by 0. So it would not be undefined. If the denominator was 0, then it would be undefined, meaning you can't divide by 0 in math. That'd be a vertical line. And if we're going to do this on Desmos, 5, 0, and 10, 0. So we have these 2 points. They are horizontal from each other. So rising, you don't go up at all. So 0, and then to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it would be 0 over 5, which is exactly what I have here. All right, so I'm going to do the next one. Oh, probably shouldn't draw in highlighter. 0, negative 1. I'm only gonna do this one. So label my first coordinate, my second coordinate, so negative 16 over negative 2, which is, do that in the calculator, negative 16 divided by negative 2, that's 8. Make sure you're putting that in the calculator, negative 16. Oh, negative 16 divided by negative 2 is 8. Cool. Which describes the graph of g of x. So let's not be caught off guard. That g of x is the same thing as y. So what describes this? Well, what's that negative 3? Well, that's the m, which is slope. And the plus 5, I always bring it, if it's a subtract 5, that means negative 5. That's your b, which is the y-intercept. So 5 is a y-intercept, slope is negative 3. All right, next one is a little trickier. I'll show you how to do it by hand, and then we will also do it on the calculator. So 1/8 x plus 3y equals 3. To find slope, we need to get it into the equation into y equals mx plus b. That's just going to be the easiest way to do it. To do that, we need to get the y by itself. Get the y by itself, you got to undo the operations that are from the y. So we have multiplication, and then we have addition. You're adding a term. So we're going to do the opposite of that. We're going to subtract the term. So negative 1/8 x, and then the 3 is positive, so plus 3. Then I'm going to divide by 3. I got to divide every term by 3. That negative 1/8 divided by 3, that is pretty ugly, so I'm just going to put it in the calculator. Negative 1 divided by 8, and then divide that by 3. Whoa. Is that right? I don't feel like that's right. I don't feel like I put that in the calculator right. Yeah, I guess it is. So that's negative 1/24 x. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Well, that's easy. So here's the slope. Slope is negative 1/24. My goodness. Let's see if we can do this in the calculator. Let's see if this is easier. So I'm just going to put the equation in the calculator. 1/8 x y, x. I just said x. Plus 3y equals 3. All right, what is going on here? So I have a y-intercept of 1. That's not what we need. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find another coordinate. Where is this x-intercept? So that's 24, 0. 24, 0, and 0, 1. You can count down 1 and to the right 24. And that would be down 1 is negative 1. So if I'm going to do rise over run, I'm going from 0, 1. I'm going down 1 to be on the x-axis, and then I have to go right 24. Down 1 is negative, right is positive, so that would be a slope of negative 1 over 24. That's probably the easiest way to do that problem. All right, what is the parent slope of the line graphed above? So I got to pick up 2 points here. I want to get a different color, red. So that looks like a common point. And where is there another common point? I see one way over here and way down here. I typically like to go down, and then if I have to go down, I'll go down, and then I'll go to the right. So I'm going down 1, 2, so that's negative 2. And I go right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right 5. So slope is negative 2 over 5. I could have also went up 2, so that's positive 2, and then left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that'd be 2 over negative 5, which is the same thing as negative 2/5. And the last one, which number is closest to the value of the slope of the line? N. So I'm going to pick 2 points that I kind of see in here. I got 0, 2. And it looks like there's another point right there. So I'm going to go up 1 So it's 1 over to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 over 4. It is a positive slope. We can always look at that. From left to right, the graph should be going up if it's positive, or it will be going up if it's positive. If you look at our last problem on number 7, from left to right, this graph is going down. From left to right, it's going down, so that is a negative slope, and hence the negative number. On number 8, from left to right, the graph is going up. That's a positive slope, so the 1/4 is a positive number. So that's another way. That'll at least cut out half of your answers for sure. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to stop in, ask me anytime after school. Otherwise, make sure you are reviewing all these SOL tips that we went over. And I'm sure if you do that, you will not regret it. You will do well on the SOL. So study, study.